So I'm over here with Misty today, and she was gracious enough to allow me to film because I didn't ask her. And she bought 2 super nukes from me, and this is her first inspection. So I decided it'd be easier to come over and watch her and help her than try to answer questions later. So here we go.
So this is the first one that I'm supposed to take?
Yep, go ahead and pull that one up out of there, and it shouldn't have anything on it. It's a foundation.
Okay, so
you can just lean it against the side or the back.
Okay.
You can just set it back there.
So I shouldn't inspect that one?
There's nothing on it. It's empty.
Oh, okay. New and having a video.
Well, that's the reason that I wanted to do this video with her, because everybody doing their first ones is nervous and not sure of themselves, and people need to see that that's just the way that it works. And we'll talk her through some things here. So all right, now this one looked exactly like that one when it went in. Queen? You see them drawing it out?
Yes.
Here? That's new foundation they're building on this frame.
I thought I just saw the queen. Is that the queen?
Where?
Right.
I don't see her.
What is that?
That's a drone.
That's a drone?
Yep, that's one of the males. And if there's a lot of them in there, it gets really hard to see the queen because they're a different shape than the bees too, but that's a male.
So they're building on this one? Okay.
Yep, so they're drawing it out. So you go ahead and put it back in and slide it against the feeder. And that's a good sign. It means they've got food coming in that they can use to draw that with. Go ahead and slide it back this way.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Oh, they're getting a little mad.
Well, you can give them another little puff of smoke, and if they get up here, sometimes they'll come out and they'll get right up here in your way. And you can just go ahead and just give them a little puff.
Oh, I don't know if this thing's working.
Still going, puff it at them anyway. It'll smell smoky. Put it right here. Smoke it right here. And smoke it right here, right where you're going to put your fingers and stuff. There you go.
I need to work with that smoker.
Smokers can be temperamental. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I spent all day trying to keep one running the other day, and then I went home and it smoked for hours.
So is that bee stuff, are the ant stuff leaking out? Is that going to be bad?
That's probably not real good. We'll wipe it off of there. I'll watch it so they don't get on it.
Because it's leaking. This is all new, isn't it?
No, I think this was the other new one over here on this side now. But what do we see in there? Can you see anything?
What is the yellow?
Yellow's going to be your pollen. This is all pollen. See the shiny up here?
Yeah, what
that's
is that?
all nectar.
Oh, that's nectar. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Can we see any eggs
Isn't it,
in the cells?
Is that the little white spots right there that I'm looking at? Like right there?
No, not that one. See the white one right in there?
Oh, okay.
The grub?
Yes.
So that's all of those that are wet in the middle here are all larvae where the egg is hatched. And if you get around to the outside, you should find eggs, which is just like a little piece of grain of rice standing up in the bottom.
Okay.
And they're really hard because you're looking in a tube. So you've got to get the sun just right, or have a little pin light like this. Really helps.
I could see that really good when you did that.
When the light was on it, right?
Yes, when the light was on it.
So that's what's handy about having a good light. You don't have to worry about having the sun just right. So what's on the other side?
Oh, there's a lot of liquid on this side too.
Down in the middle or just up around the top?
Right there.
This is all going to be honey. So they usually put a band of pollen around there and a band of honey around the top and put the brood down here. And then they have the food that the brood needs right there to feed them with.
This is kind of cool. I wish my smoker was working a little bit better though.
Wait till you have 200 colonies.
I'm worried about that stuff leaking.
So go ahead and scoop that frame all the way over. If you keep these frames tight to each other so no bees get between them, then you can push them all back this way at one time and put your other frame in.
Okay. And I see what you say about you're going to squish some.
It happens. If you think about the colony like a cow,
yes,
and it loses a couple of bees, it's no different than a cow scratching itself on a barbed wire fence. and it loses a few cells. It's not, you know, going to be detrimental. Now, if the cow falls in the creek, it could be different.
Trying to get a better grip. Oh, that's...
So that's all capped brood.
Oh, because of like the different...
You see how it's capped and all
Yeah.
brown and solid? That means it's already... So it's an egg for 3 days, and then they feed it for 6 days and it grows, and then they cap it on day 9. And then on day 21, it'll come out as a new bee.
And how is it's forming? Does that look good? The
Yeah.
ends?
What's that?
The ends, how it's forming like that, does that look good?
Yep, everything looks great. And then this down here, see how some of these are...
Oh, whoa, whoa. Now you can see that. That larvae. You can see.
Yeah, those are big. They're going to be capped here real soon. They're that very outside edge.
Oh, they're huge.
And then these down here with the bigger cells, and they're on the bottom, these are drone cells. See how that one's all bubbled up really high?
Yeah.
That's a drone cell in there. So if you start seeing those out in the middle, which is worker brood, but the queen laid them out there, that's not good. Every once in a while she'll make a mistake, but if there's too many of them, then your queen's not doing well because she's laying unfertilized eggs out in the middle.
But I don't have that problem.
No, I don't see that on this one.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's take a look at the other side of it.
If you can see the other side. Oh, there's a lot of caps though on this side.
Yep, it's capped too, so you can blow on them to get them out of the way a little bit so you can see better.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
What's cool is when you get in there and there's bees coming out of that, and you're watching the little
Really?
fresh, brand new bees coming out of their cells. So,
They're not being very bad either. Oh, I see a bunch of dead right there though.
yep, well, there's going to be some in there. When they get time, they'll clean them out.
Oh, they did not like that. Sorry, guys. Getting a little mad, aren't they?
Yeah. See if the smoker's gonna run. Sometimes just the air smelling like smoke will be enough to get them back out of the way.
I can smell it, but it's just not working.
It's
that
not
good.
smoking well. You got to get them started pretty good. There's some tricks to it.
I'm gonna play with it later. I just didn't have very many.
And it's like your wood stove. You're building a set of coals to shut it down for the night. If it's not enough coals going, it won't keep running.
Okay.
So you got to get it good and hot.
I forgot where I was at.
This is the one you're still pulling.
This one seems really active. Oh, I know, you're mad.
And it's hard when you got so much to look for, but there's a bee coming out right there.
What?
The
Oh my
baby bee
God.
trying to come out. There's another
Oh,
one
there's
right
another
there.
one.
They're chewing their way out.
So what is the yellow is the pollen?
Yellow's the pollen, and the pollen can be gray or red or all kinds of different colors, depending on what they get it from.
So we haven't seen the queen yet though.
No, we haven't.
Oh, that's cool.
And sometimes you don't. I've had boxes I couldn't find the queen for months in, but I find eggs and then I know she's still there.
Oh, okay.
So I don't spend a lot of time looking for her unless I need her for something. I want to make sure was around. And then I like to have them marked. It makes it quicker to find them.
Well, there's a bigger one.
know whether these
Are those
are or not.
drones?
Yep, that's a
two.
drone right there. That's a drone.
There's another one right there that was buried
So
too.
the drones don't have stingers. They can't sting you.
Okay.
So it's fun if you're out here doing an inspection in the middle of the summer without your gear on, and you take one, people are watching you, and you just pop it in your mouth, and then open your mouth and let it fly out because they won't hurt you. You can hand them to kids, and they can walk around with them like pets.
Yeah, my son's allergic, but he wants to be out here next. So.
But the drones can't hurt him.
Okay, what? So that's in. See the white right there where the bees are going right on top of.
Where at? Down?
Right there.
You got pollen in there.
Oh, there's white though. See it?
Is there some white? I can't see it because
The bee just went over top of it.
I see a little bit of nectar in there. It's shiny.
So there's the white, and then there's the pollen in the right there.
Right.
There's like a white.
You're looking all the way to the plastic. This stuff right here.
Oh, is that
That's what you're seeing. Yep.
I thought I found some. Okay.
We
So
checked the other side.
I think we did.
Did we?
Yeah,
All
we
right.
did. Because yeah, this is the really busy side.
Yep, with the bees coming out, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm worried about the other side though, because of the ants. So
Yeah,
is
we'll
there
take a look at
trick
it next.
to getting this in without dropping it?
Yeah, do it without gloves on.
I'm
Gloves,
not there. I'm
gloves
not there
are
yet.
gloves are real clumsy. And if you're holding more towards here,
Yeah.
if you get your fingers under here, every time you set it down, your gloves under it.
Yeah.
But
That's
if you
what
can
I'm
hold
having
it,
a problem
hold
with.
it more, you know, out in this edge of it, then you can set it down more gently. So there you go.
Getting a little irritated, aren't
No, they're just flying around a little bit. They're not bumping us or hitting us. They're just trying to figure out what's going on. When they get irritated, they'll start bouncing off of you.
they? Oh, I had one do that at your place.
And then, you know, they're saying, oh, we're getting tired of this. So here's a queen cell.
That's a queen cell.
Yep. And you see it? So I like to check them and make sure
Is it caved
there's
in
nothing
like that?
in them. No, they've worked around it to build it out, but there's nothing in it. You can see there's no egg or anything in it. And they'll come back and fix that little spot I just did.
Oh, okay.
They'll have that fixed by the next inspection without any trouble.
I'm not seeing the queen yet.
No, I haven't seen her. Check the other side.
So is this more bees than what we started with, or is
Yeah, they've been coming out ever since you got them, and then she's making more. So that's got a lot of cap brood in it too, and when all this cap brood starts emerging, the box is going to get even fuller.
So I probably should end up getting another box here soon, right?
Yeah, you'll probably want to have another box to put on them, probably by the middle of June anyway. They'll have this one full, maybe before that if we get good weather and the blackberries start blooming.
Oh, there's a lot of cap.
Yep. And I believe the numbers are each frame of capped brood, when it emerges, equals 3 frames with bees on them. You know, because they come out and spread out. So they'll, as soon as those start emerging, it's going to get really busy.
And those take how long before they emerge?
21 days from the day the egg is laid.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty quick.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Even quicker than rabbits, huh?
Yeah, rabbits are fast. Ooh. Okay. This is full. Trying to see. Oh, is that what you do?
That or blow on them. Just want to see what they've got going on in there. Can you see anything in it? Any
Not
nectar? Or they're probably just cleaning it, getting ready for the queen to move that way. Let's look at the other side and see what we have there. So let's get a few of them out of the way here.
Okay,
What do we see in there? Do you see any eggs or larvae down inside of there?
I can't tell. It's just shiny.
Shiny like this shiny up here?
Yeah, like
or
that
shiny like just a little bit of in the bottom?
a little
There's
bit in
your
the
queen
a
right
little
there.
bit in the bottom. Oh, I see her.
See the queen with a big yellow mark on her back?
I do see that. She's pretty.
So there's probably eggs on that frame. She's on that frame. She's starting to lay there. It was a food frame when you got that.
Okay.
So 3 of these frames had brood, and then
Is that like newer babies, or what is that like look right there?
they'll look kind of really yellow and almost wet when they're real new. And sometimes they just look different. There might be
Like more
there might be 20 or 25 different lines of half sisters in here.
Okay.
So they're not all going to look the same, right? You don't know what drones she bred with.
I'm trying to find her again. I'm listening to you.
She went up on the top. She's on this other side now. She's right there. See her?
Yeah, I see her. Because you're supposed to be really careful when you put this back to make sure she's
Yep.
not one that gets squished, right?
Yep. So I would do that. Let's take a quick peek at this while you got that out. They're just starting to draw some wonky comb on this one. Drawn off the frame, so we're going to pull that.
Why do we pull that?
Because we don't want them drawn off of this frame. We want them drawn right on this.
Oh,
If they're not going to draw on that, then we got to fix it, or there'll be a gap behind it.
okay.
And that's a place for the queen to hide and get squished. And
Okay, I see her. She's right there.
all right, so go ahead and slide it back together with her on this side. Put it in as close to this frame as you can.
Flip it this
No,
way.
no, don't flip it. Just don't put it in alongside of this. Put it in alongside the other one.
Like
If you
this?
got, yep, if you got to squish a bee, you want it to be not the
her.
queen. Right. So
Okay, so
now you can get your tool and push this whole bunch of frames over. And if these are all good and tight,
that one's
so there's
not, I
no
didn't do that
no
one very
queens
tight.
between them.
Yeah, I didn't.
There you
wanna do
go.
that.
You can go ahead and just scoot the whole thing over as one.
Oh my God.
You give it a push. There you go.
Chubby.
There you go. Now you can put the other last frame back in.
Oh shit.
And so it's fun to watch them. Next time they'll have this one even more drawn out, and then they'll move to the next one. So you can put a little of your syrup in there.
How full do you usually?
I wouldn't put more than you know, quarter gallon in there, because they're going to be flying and getting their own, and we don't want it to go bad and spoil in there.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be enough, probably just a little splash. So if they do get locked in there, or at night if they want something, they've got it to get. And it'll help them draw out the other comb. Well, there you go. Put it back. Put it back together. And we might smoke them a little bit here so they get off the top of the frames. If the smoker was working better.
Yeah, it's not working that good. I apparently should have played with it before.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get it going again. All right, lay that on there. There you go.
There's a whole bunch like.
Get your ant poison back up there.
Yeah, I'm worried about it leaked though everywhere.
Yeah, we just wipe it off.
It is hard with gloves. No wonder you don't wear any gloves.
Yeah, I don't like them, and if you can find, you know, gloves that fit tighter and work better, that's it's good. All right.
Is this supposed to stick out?
Nope. Should fit all the way down. Just keep no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I shouldn't have done that.
Well, the wind gets a hold of it. Just keep sliding it till it fits over that edge and slide it down. There you go. All right. Well, there was Misty's first hive inspection. I thought it went pretty well. We're going to get this smoker going and check into the next one.